Hi, everybody. It's my birthday. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but I had a really hard time finding my hole. My hole, not down below, except sometimes I have trouble finding that one too. But the hole in my ear, I couldn't get my, I could not get my earring on. It was like I could not find the hole. Does that ever happen to anybody? I mean, gosh, my ears have been pierced for like 50 years. I mean, how could I not find the hole? Anyway, finally I got it in. I was like, well, I may go have to go on with one earring. Anyway, happy Friday afternoon, and it is my birthday. So I thought I'd really glam it up and go. I went and got a crown. I put on all my rhinestones. I did my rhinestone nail. I'm like, got a bunch of junky jewelry on. So anyway, I'm having fun. And I am having a great day, I tell you. And a lot of it is because of all of you. I've heard from so many people. Thank you on Facebook that you all have sent me just such sweet messages. And I just adore all of you. And I love my birthday. I love my birthday. I always have. My mother, now I'm going to be talking a lot about myself. If you get bored or you want to tune me out, just turn it off. I mean, that's okay. Anyway, it's my birthday, so I can do whatever I want to, right? But anyway, my mother, my sweet mother, she gave me a surprise birthday party every single year of my growing up in high school. And Sandy, if you are on the Facebook page, then you remember that. Sandy was my best friend in high school. And every year, Mother would just act like it was a surprise when I knew it was coming. But I think she just instilled in me that, you know what? I mean, the whole world shuts down when it's my birthday. I just expect, to have it. It's just a national holiday. So anyway, can you imagine what I felt like when I was like about 16 years old? And Elvis was like 20, and I found out that Elvis's birthday was on the same day as mine. I went crazy as a teenager. Oh my gosh, I was like nuts. I just remember that. So, I mean, that was really fun. But, on my birthday, I always look at life. Last year, 80 was a big one, but I loved it. Now 81 is sort of incidental. I don't know. It's not like it's big. But I always look back and I think about my life. I don't know about you all, but gosh, I love where I am. And ABD is a real part of it. I started ABD with my good friend Suzanne. We started this. I was 69 years old, and now I'm 81. So that tells you something right there. But I don't know what I would do without it and without all of you, because it just enriches my life so much that I can't tell you. I mean, it's just so important to me. But I look back on my life and I think, gosh, I just don't think there's anything I would change. Somebody asked me in an interview, I've been doing some interviews, and he said, is there one thing that you would change? And of course, I did come up with that one thing. I said, I look back on my life, I think I always worried about my weight. My weight was a big deal. And that was back in the days when I used the F word, fat. And I don't use that F word anymore. But it was like 10, 15 pounds overweight. I used to tell my husband, I'm going to end up in a mental institution because I'm 10 pounds overweight. So I look back on that and I think, oh, why did I use so much energy on that? That was crazy. I mean, we just, and I'm sure you all can look back. I'm losing my crown. I don't want to lose my crown. So anyway, so I just, it's like, I really, really don't regret anything else. It's like, okay, wait, there's a call coming on. I'm on my husband's. Okay, there we are. Anyway, so I wouldn't change anything. I look back on my life, and I think as we get older, we look back and we see things that, at the time they seem so traumatic, but then once you get older, you look back and go, gee, I'm so glad that happened when it did, because if it hadn't have, I wouldn't be where I am now. And, I have so many things, as you all know, you've heard me talk about it forever. I have so many things on my bucket list that I'm hoping. I mean, here I am 81. I'm hoping that I can live a long time so I can accomplish things on my bucket list. And somebody said to me the other day, they said, well, you've got 24 years left. And I'm like, I do? And they said, yeah, your dad lived to be 105, so you should too. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good thought. I think I do have 24 years left and maybe more. I don't know. But, and I was thinking, my bucket list, of course, is skydiving is still on there. And I love skydiving. And I'm like, if my dad could skydive with me when he was 91 years old, then I can keep skydiving and, not worry about it because I'm only 81. I've got 10 more years or longer to skydive. And I told you all I do have on my bucket list that hang gliding. I want to train to hang glide on my own, not with someone, but on my own. So I'm working out, physically. You've got to be able to lift that 30-pound glider, and so I'm really trying to work out so I can be able to lift that. I'm in very good shape and good health, so I'm really not worried about it. But I'm sure when they look at my age, they'll go like, no, 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 you're too old or blah, blah, blah. I don't know. We can't look at the age. We just can't. So, and I look back and I just think, oh my gosh, my life has been so wonderful, but my life is so wonderful now in the 80s that I can't tell you guys. There's so much to look forward to. I don't care if you're 50, 60, 70, or 80. There is a lot to look forward to. We have a lot to do. I always say we are never, ever too old. And you got to write that down and you got to put it someplace because it is so true. I am not too old to help my wrinkles. I've gotten some new skincare. I'm working on some new stuff, and it's really helping. My wrinkles are not near as prevalent as they were, and that's pretty damn exciting, And we're just not too old to do anything that we want to do. Somebody said the other day, well, the 80 is the new 60. Well, I wouldn't go that far. It's not certainly not the new 60. But I'll tell you right now, at 69, when I started Aging But Dangerous with my friend, I feel as good now at 81 as I did at 69. So I think, 10 or 12 years we all can, and I think a lot of you can relate to that. Don't let yourself get old by that number. Don't let yourself get in a box. And I also, just always tell my daughter, all my friends, everybody I come in contact with, my advice. Michelle, my daughter, says, Mother, you always give advice, whether people ask for it or not. And I said, I know. I do give advice, but you can take it or leave it. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. But I always say, if you want to change your life, then you are the only one that can do it. And I have felt that way with my life all along. Nobody can change it for me. Nobody can make it better for me. My husband can't. My child can't. My friends can't. They just can't. You have to do it yourself. So when you get up in the morning and, you have to pull in that sunshine and you have to, figure out where your life is going to go and how you're going to get there. Hearing from all my friends today and all of you, it's just been so incredible, and it just warms me like a blanket. It's so important for us to all have friends. If you don't have a lot of friends right now, then reach out and find some. Get on some group, things with Zoom, or do some research, but find some friends. Friends are so important, and it's not too late to cultivate, friendships. If we didn't have our friends, it would be very lonely. So if you're sitting there and you don't have a lot of friends, then work on getting them. It's so important for us as women to just, really reach out there and I don't know, ask for help or ask for, whatever. But it's just up to us to stay strong and to develop ourselves. And if we're unhappy, then we need to do something about it. The woman that, I told you all know that I used to have a clothing store in St. Louis, Missouri. The woman that I bought it from ended up being my best friend. She's like 25, 30 years older than I was, but she was so fabulous. I used to say I had more fun with her than I ever had with my own friends, my own age. But anyway, one day in the store, it was very slow and things were really, I don't know, it was really slow. And I said to her, I said, do you ever think about, you're just, sorry that you did this and, you don't feel like being here or whatever. And she looked at me straight in the eye and she said, listen, honey, when the day comes that I don't like my life, that is the day I change it. And she said that to me when I was 37 years old, and I'm telling you, I have lived by that motto for so long because it's true. If your life is not the way you want it, then you need to change it, and it's up to you to change it. Don't expect somebody to walk in through that door and change it for you because it just doesn't happen. So anyway, I'm getting very preachy and I'm sorry. But anyway, I have had a fabulous birthday. I'm like so elated. I know I took a lot extra time here and I'm sorry. But thank you all so much. Stick with Aging But Dangerous. Make sure you sign up for our newsletter. We have a lot of exciting things happening. We're going to be working a lot more on intimate connections where we can all talk to each other and do things together with this COVID thing. So, stick with us, hang in there with us, and make sure you know what's going on. Don't just do the Facebook thing. Go to agingbutdangerous.com and sign up for our newsletter so you're in touch with everything, and tell your friends about us. We're building a community. We're building a community of women 55 and over, and we have to work together. We need to share together. We need to go through this aging thing together, and it's very exciting. So anyway, I'm sorry, it's been 12 minutes and my crown is getting loose, but anyway, love you so much. And my martini, I love my martini, so I hope you all have a fabulous weekend and Friday night, and I will see you on Monday. Love you.